Let's just start again. Hi little pickles, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm just going to be doing a quick easy eye look using the new bareMinerals Gen Nude Rose eyeshadow palette. This eyeshadow palette I was gifted by Debenhams Beauty. That was when I went up to London and did a little thing with bareMinerals. I won a competition. I will link the beauty community down below because it is such an amazing place. Everyone is so friendly on there. You just talk about makeup, you have opportunities to win prizes, so it's really great. But I'm excited to try this eyeshadow palette. They did use it on me on the day, but I haven't even swatched it, touched it, haven't tried it for myself yet. So this palette, I'm just going to take it out of the packaging. This is the little box that it comes in. This is what the packaging looks like. It's just a really nice, looks like watercolour underneath like a kind of see-through plastic. And when you open it, just going to take the little protector off, and this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like. Just trying to get it kind of so you can see. It's very bright, these lights today, but so you've got like a really dark brown, like a kind of dusky light brown, two shimmer colours in the middle here, like a pink rose gold colour and a brown. Then you've got a cream shade and then a more kind of cool toned brown shade. I don't really know if you can see properly. And you get 6 shades in here, and this is £29. Quite expensive, I'd say, for a 6 eyeshadow palette, but the reviews on this are really good when I've looked online. And when they used it on me the other day, the colour payoff was really beautiful. So I'm really excited to see what looks I can create today. Now in this little collection of the nude eyeshadow palettes, there are 4 different types. So there's the rose, the neutral, the copper and the latte. And all of them, they say, look nice on all skin tones, but they have recommendations if you're unsure of which one to buy. So the rose one, they say, is for fair to light skin tones. The neutral is for light to medium. The copper is from medium to tan, and the latte is from dark to deep. So it's perfect that I've got the rose one because yes, I'm very light. So hopefully this will look pretty on my eyes. And I'm just going to zoom you in so you get the full effect. I've already done my face, just like a quick base. I didn't want to do anything too heavy because I'm just going to do a natural kind of everyday look. When I say that, it'll probably end up a cut crease with some glitter in it. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up if you like what you see, and let's zoom you in so you can see my little eyeballs. Hi. Nice to see you again. So what I'm going to do, and this is a new step that I've been doing in my makeup routine, but I have been doing this recently under all my eyeshadow looks, and that is using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. Now I just really like this for priming my eyelids because I always find if I use concealer, sometimes it can get a little bit claggy. So what I like to do is, I haven't found a brush that I like to use this with yet, so what I like to do is just put a little bit on my finger and then just tap it all over the lid. And I find that this just helps my eyeshadow stay all day and just creates a nice kind of even base, because sometimes I do have a blue tone to my eyelids, and I do find that this just kind of cancels that out. Like, I don't know if you can really see the difference, whereas this just kind of neutralises it all out. Looks pretty. So first things first, what I'm going to do is just add kind of like a wash of colour over the eyelid. It does look like there's colour on this brush, but there's not, it's just on the bristles. Okay, so this is the Real Techniques Bold Metals collection, and this is number 200. And I just really like this brush just to put like a wash of colour over my lid before I start blending into the crease. So I'm just going to take this first shade Haze, just on this side, which is the lightest colour in the palette, and it's just a really nice kind of cream colour. A little bit of fallout on there, but I don't really mind fallout. I don't really understand why everyone has such a big thing about fallout. So next I'm going to use my Illamasqua brush. This is the IL185, and this is just a really nice crease brush. And I'm going to take the next shade in the palette, which is Pixie, and this is just a slightly more cool toned kind of cream colour, and I'm just going to pop this in the crease. Kind of darken up that crease a little bit. Next up, I'm going to take the shade Soul, which is this kind of grey muted light brown, I want to say, which actually would be a perfect eyebrow colour. It looks really grey on camera, but in real life it's more brown, and it would actually be quite a good colour to use for your eyebrows. But anyway, today we're going to use it here. So I'm going to use it in the crease again with the same brush and just focus on the outside corner of my crease. And just kind of keep it in that area, and then just small kind of circular motions, just bring it forward slightly. And I'm just going to slightly bring that in towards the inner corner of the eye, but literally there's like hardly anything on the brush right now, so I'm just kind of lightly blending, just slightly bringing that forward. Just focusing it on the outside corner and just kind of working in small circular motions, just kind of working it around that outside edge, just this little kind of V shape here. Then I'm just gonna wipe off my brush just on a tissue, just wipe any colour that I've got on that brush off. And then I'm gonna go back in with the shade Pixie, which is the muted brown. Kind of like a nude camely kind of colour, it's really, really nice. And I'm going over that dark colour just at the top, just to blend and kind of blow out that top portion, just so it looks a bit more softer. So we've kind of got this kind of blown out, nice kind of smoky look going on. I do want to slightly darken up the outside corner, so I'm just gonna take this little, this is a number 7 brush, which I've had for ages, and I don't know why I love this brush so much, but it's just got such a tiny little head on it. Again, it's just stained from red eyeshadow, and one side is like a smudger, which I don't ever use, but this tiny little brush is so cute and I love him. So we're gonna take the Stargazer colour, which is the darkest colour in the palette, and this is like a really dark kind of charcoal brown, and I'm just gonna really focus that on the outside edge of my eye. And this is like an even smaller space than what we were doing before. So before we were kind of keeping it here but slightly blowing it forward. This I'm literally going to keep on the outside corner, and then kind of create just like a tiny little kind of V just there with the shade, and then just slightly bring it back on itself, just to kind of add like a little bit of definition on that outside corner. And then I'm going to kind of stamp that shade in there. And then what I'm going to do is go back in with the brush I was just using, the Illamasqua brush, and I'm just going to blend those edges just into the other colour. Okay, so we've kind of got this kind of like blown out corner, and I really like this look when it's like really, really dark on the outside. And what I'm going to do is take a little bit of Soul, which is the colour we just used before, and I'm going to blend that in from the outside inwards. So from that dark colour, I'm blending it across the lid. Like I took the smallest amount on my brush because obviously I don't want to make this a bit too dark. I'm just kind of blending it in, just really, really softly. And then next what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little bit of the colour Boho, which is this really, really nice kind of rose gold, kind of golden, rose gold shimmer, which is so beautiful. I'm going to take a little bit of that on my finger, and I'm going to see what this looks like just in the middle of my eye. Really, really pretty. I don't know if you can see how pretty this shimmer is. It's got a really nice shift to it. Like it kind of looks really pink in one light and then more kind of like a browny gold in the other. It's really, really pretty. And I'm actually going to bring that all the way in, so like all over that section of the lid. I love it when you're doing eye looks and you're just like, oh, I'm going to do this, and then you're like, actually no. Actually no. And then what I'm going to do is take the other shimmer in Free Spirit, because I want to use every colour in this palette because there's only 6 colours, so I'm going to take a bit of that on my finger. Again, I'm just going to do a little swatch. This is like a metallic brown kind of cocoa colour, but it almost, to me, like I can almost see like a kind of purple, like I don't know, like a kind of purple shift in it, even though there's no purple in it, but it just kind of gives me that vibe. So I'm going to take a bit of that on my finger, and I'm going to tap that in between where the dark and the pink is, just to kind of add a bit more of a gradient effect, like from darker to lighter. Oh, that's pretty. And then what I'm going to do is just take my Illamasqua brush, and I'm just going to lightly blend that dark into the gold, just so we don't have any kind of like harsh lines where I've dabbed it on with my finger. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a liner brush, like a small liner brush. This is the Real Techniques 202, and this is just kind of like just a really simple, you know, small eyeliner brush. And I'm just going to take the shade Soul, and I'm just going to pop that along my lower lash line just a little bit, just to add a bit of definition. And then what I'm going to do is just take my Illamasqua brush again, and I'm going to take the shade Pixie, which is the top kind of cool toned neutral kind of nude colour, and I'm just going to blend that out so it's just all blended nicely together. And then I'm just going to pop some mascara on. Okay, so I've popped mascara on, I've just popped some lipstick on, and this, in case you're wondering, is the Ciate Liquid Velvet in the shade Sydney. And I really thought this colour would go nice because it's kind of like a neutral kind of pink, and I wanted to kind of keep with the pink theme and the kind of rose gold theme. So far so good with this palette. Like, I am loving the colour payoff on this palette. I think it's really, really cute. It's perfect for on the go. It's literally got like your transition colours, your deepening colours for the crease, and then to add a pop of glitter. The only thing that I think I would love in this palette is like a really bright gold with maybe like flecks of pink in, just for like maybe an inner corner highlight, or if you wanted to do like a brighter pop of shimmer on the lid. But I mean, that's just me being me. Love the colour payoff. The shimmers are absolutely beautiful, perfect for just chucking in your makeup bag and using for an everyday look or nighttime look. Really, really love it. Definitely worth £29 in my opinion because of the quality of the eyeshadows. But yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 from me. 10 out of 10. That's it, my little pickles. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if that's what you want to do. And I'll see you on the next one. Love ya.